Chewy, are you still in bed? Chewy, come.
Dave Daly loves his 36 dogs. They pull sleds during the winter and take tourists on a thrilling ride through the forest. But without a train to deliver the dog food, he's paying 5 times more to feed them. It's not a viable economic proposition.
Most of the businesses in Churchill are trying to figure out ways how not to lose too much money this year. If the train doesn't get restored or the rail line doesn't get restored, we're afraid that we're going to be losing some businesses here in Churchill.
Canada's most northerly rail line was built 90 years ago to get grain from its western prairies to a port on Hudson's Bay. 1,000 kilometers of track was cut through forests, across rivers, and along frozen stretches of subarctic tundra. Fierce storms and floods earlier this year devastated the rail line, cutting Churchill off from the rest of Canada. A stranded passenger train had to be loaded onto a ship by cranes. A port that once shipped Canadian wheat to the world lies rusting, abandoned.
Through this belt system here that...
Many now question whether a miracle of 1920s engineering can withstand today's sinking permafrost and other changing conditions.
We're all going through this climate change period that we need to deal with, and so governments need to really invest in that. We're doing our part, as a community, a small community in northern Canada. We know what's going on, so we're pretty critical when it comes to climate change.
While there are disputes over who's going to repair this line, if anyone, there's little doubt that warming temperatures and changing weather patterns here in the north have turned Canada's only northern seaport into a town with a very uncertain future.
These days, tourists are pretty much the only source of income. Up to 10,000 a year come to see polar bears, but melting sea ice and warming have cut the local bear population 30% in 3 decades. Researchers warn that worse is to come.
Polar bears are just a messenger of what's to come for all of us. If we don't save polar bears, what's going to happen to the rest of us is not good either.
Up here, there's no debate. Climate change is real, rapid, and may soon be uncontrollable if steps aren't taken to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in places far away from this unique landscape. Daniel Lack, Jazeera, near Churchill, Manitoba.